Good afternoon. Welcome to Music Scrap, the Musical Scrapper. Another extra stream from me this week. I got to catch up for all the ones that I missed when I was sick. And of course, Thursday my voice was gone because I streamed for 7 hours on Wednesday. And it's still a little froggy, but anyway, whatever. So I'm working on my mixed media canvas. I'm calling this a mixed media watercolor. So I used my, if you didn't see the previous recordings, if you're watching the recordings, by the way, this is recorded live on ustream.tv/channel/musicscrap, MUSICSCRP. And, excuse me, I upload directly to YouTube from Ustream, so without editing. So you will hear me chatting with my fibs, my friends in the box, live. So, feel free to skip past some of the chatter and whatever. But that's what we're here for. So, hey, Lori. Hey, Bunny. So yesterday, well, actually, on Wednesday, off camera, I put on the clay. This is air dry clay by DOS, and let it dry. And it took until yesterday. It took 2 days to dry. It seemed to take a little longer than the polyform air dry clay, but anyway, it dried. I attach it, by the way, using gel medium. Gel medium on the canvas, gel medium on the back of the clay piece once I form it. So then last night on stream, before I came on stream, after the air dry clay is dry, then I put 2 layers of, Daniel Smith watercolor ground, titanium white, drying in between each layer, or letting it dry. I didn't dry. Letting it dry in between each layer, which allows the whatever you're working on to work well with the watercolor. So then yesterday on camera, I did the sky, and the ocean, the distant land. This is New Brunswick side. This is Nova Scotia. 2 different provinces here in Canada. Anyway, and got started on the sand and the rocks, the first layer. So now I have to continue with that. Continue with the rocks, and it needs a few more layers before it's done. So, this is my reference photo, one that I took when I was there with my sister and her family, but I'm not putting my sister in the picture. I also took this random person out of the shot as well. So it's just the rocks. So this canvas is a 12 by 16, so it's much bigger format than I've ever worked with in mixed media or of any version of art. So it's interesting. All right. Alrighty then. All right, so next I think I need to add my next layer, my midtones. Which is going to be, let's see, I think I will use, I think I'm going to use this cat's tongue. So I have a mix here. Oh, I should have refilled this bottle. Oh, well, that one's full, so I guess I'm okay. I think I can share before this bottle gets dirty. Hey, Kimberly. Thank you. No, Carol wasn't feeling well. She woke up with a migraine because of her allergies, so she did not stream. I tried to come on early, but so I'm going to mix. I used raw umber here, and I used raw umber and burnt umber mixture for the ground, so I'm re-wetting that. I need a round brush to do these mixes. It's easier. I find it's easier anyway. So I'm going to add some more raw umber into that, because I want this to be mid-tone, not dark yet. So I have a couple of Daniel Smith tubes in my palette, the yellow ochre and then the ones that Z sent me. Not the white, but the moonstone and the duochrome emerald. And I'll tell you, they don't wet as quickly as the ShinHans do. All right, so I need to make a bigger mix because... Okay, so I guess I'm making this one dirty today because it got dirty. Oh. All right, so that one's the dirty one. All right, so I think that's pretty good. Hi, Dot. About time you got here. No, well, just what I find online, Vicky. No, I'm not taking classes. Just what I find online. Anywhere I can learn. So, I would love to, though. Actually, what I need is my smaller one. It's easier to hold. Here is my smaller one. Darn it. Huh. icky. Yeah, I know, Dot. I know. I think the problem is my IRC, it won't connect to that new room. Well, it connected to the new room, but I was the only one in it. So I think once everybody is forced to use the new chat, then it'll work right. That was my thought on that last night after all that, and I totally messed up everything. So this is the second layer. It will get darker, more towards a all burnt umber. I don't, you know what? I really do not like using, hold on. I'm not going to use my good brushes on this clay. I don't like using my good brushes on this clay. I'm going to switch over. I don't have any really nice big ones in this. This is my biggest one. Clay is going to tear apart my brushes, so I'm not going to use it. All right, I need to mix some more. Okay, sorry guys, I've got to change something here. I've got to turn some of my sounds off. All right, hold on. All right, that should work. So every time someone was leaving and coming back into chat, Right, this one is... Oh, oops, oops, oops. These are my paper towels here. So I'm going to try not to talk too much because it's very hard, very difficult for me, as you know. If you know me at all, you know how hard it is. But all right. Oh, sorry, it was my paper right in the way of what I'm doing. Sorry, guys. Yell at me if... So that's layer 2. I need to put a little bit of this golden brown on these rocks as well. Oh, Dr. Dot had a nap. Yay. Oops. So Dee Dee's at the lake today. So she'll likely fall asleep to my recording. Hope everything had fun at the lake today, Dee Dee. All right. Heat gun. I'm just going to put this up here. Hold on. I don't want to put my cat's eye. Gotta lay it flat. All right. All right. Coffee. Yummo. Coffee with Cinnabon creamer. Yeah. I either drink it black or with Cinnabon creamer. Sometimes I use French vanilla creamer, but Cinnabon is much better. All right, so now I need to do this with mostly burnt umber. And then I'll have to do a layer with burnt umber and some indigo. So this rock's in behind, and actually there's you can't tell by the angle that I took it, but there is a gap here, and this is quite a ways from the shore, even though it looks like the water. We're pretending the tide is coming in, but there's a substantial gap here between these rocks. You can walk underneath there, but just by the angle, it looks like they're right on top of each other, but they're not. Hold on, I need a wet baby cloth here. Baby wipe. Okay, Dot, no problem. No worries. No worries. that if someone wants to go and watch, there's too much goodness out there for people to watch. If you want to watch someone else, not to worry. That's why I record. I would be doing this if I was sitting alone here, so it doesn't matter if I have one person watching or 25 or 50. I'm here for whoever wants to watch. I think it's dry. Hi, Jen. I just saw Jen in this chat. Oh, it's a grand Jen. Oh my goodness. You're up in the wee hours of the morning, or still up. Or maybe she's watching in bed. Shh. Oh, and Terry with an IE. Hello, I missed you coming in. Linda Mayo. Hello, hello, missed you. Paula's probably swatching or something back there. Paula's enjoying her day off. Woohoo. Her weekend off. I'm going to actually spritz this and see if the paint moves a little bit better when I put it on it. Okay, so getting there. Thanks, Judy. All right, Judy. All right. These rocks are all in shadow, the shadow of this big one, because the sun's coming, light's coming this way. But I will put more definition into them with the darkest. Right now I'm working on getting them dark enough. All right. By doing the layers, that's how you get the depth in watercolor, by using the transparency to create your light. It's not about darkness, it's about the light and the contrast of light. Well, I mean, it's about the dark and the light, but it's mostly about the lightness that is. Whoa! Just trying to do the edge here. on the light over on this side. All right. All right, so now I need to dry this heat gun. Oh, okay, sorry. Yes, I'm doing the edges. I'm doing the edges. Alright, I need a lot more dark in there. Okay, so my next one's going to take the burnt umber with some indigo in it. So... yeah, just yell at me if I go off camera, because sometimes I forget to look at my screen if I'm in the middle of something. Takes a little bit longer to dry, I find, on the watercolor ground. Now once I finish all this shading, there'll be a final glaze over top that will unify everything, and I think I'm going to do it in the permanent yellow deep to give it a nice golden glow. Oops. Oh my gosh, I see Tina's got me turned on. She must be watching from bed too. She's in Australia as well. Jen probably fell asleep with her iPad on her face. Okay. So now comes the darkest. So burnt umber. Lots of water. Glaze. Rather go thin and add another layer than to go too much all at once. Oh, I need to spritz my indigo. My indigo is Mission Gold Indigo. It came free with my palette when I bought this Fusion palette. So I put the indigo up in the corner, and then I'm gradually adding in, because you don't want to go too dark too soon. So I'm going to do the same thing. Dip into my indigo, put it up in the corner, And then gradually add in the burnt umber just to control your mix. And I do still need more. There we go. And I think I still need a little more burnt umber. That's nice. That's good, but I'm going to put in a little bit of burnt umber. There we go. Good. Looks good. Hey, Tina. All right, so here I go. And May, you know it's going to be in the very last box at the very back of that storage unit, right? Because you're looking for it, you'd like to find it. You know, you got to know that that's where it is. Hey, Jillian. Ah, Judy. Snap indeed. Snap indeed. So, on Wednesday, when I started this, I knew it was going to take until the weekend to finish. So that's why I told you guys I would be streaming extra on the weekend, either today or tomorrow, and it turned out today was when I had time. I've got to do some cleaning today too. Well, not cleaning. Finish some organizing here. I've got to finish pricing my yard sale stuff because our yard sale's next week. Exactly, May. Exactly. I'm just doing a bit of more dry brushing here to add a little texture to the part that's in the sun. Wow, this clay seems to be breaking down with the watercolor. Maybe because there's too much water. I don't know. Really weird. I think next time, I mean, I really love using the watercolor on this, but I think next time I'm going to seal it first with a matte medium or a gel medium. And then do the watercolor ground, because then that'll protect the clay. It just seems to be crumbling a little bit in places. This poor elephanty. This whole part of the rock fell off his snout. This whole part of the rock fell off last spring. All right, so guys are silly. Now they're trying to decide where the eye is. Like, oh yeah, his eye is closed. Oh, okay, yeah, all right. Silly ladies. And I say ladies because for now, as far as I know, they're all ladies in the chat. Unless someone's hiding on me. It's not showing me any anonymous, but who knows? May, you're hilarious. I'm going to need to do a wash over the darker part with more indigo because it's just not quite... The color brown is good, but it's just not quite enough looking like it's in the shade. And I'll need it for this bottom part anyway to darken my along the bottom shadows, so May, poor May. Poor May. Yeah, that was not nice. That just did not make sense, May. That was just plain silly, that was. I mean, honestly, if you're not allowed to order it from Norway, why do they even have Norway in the drop-down window for their address, in their address window? I mean, hello. Jeez Louise, silly people. Silly, silly people. So I've got to define these rocks as 3 separate rocks here. Oh, I hope not. Oh, we're in trouble. CB needs a drink. All right, got to mix a little more of this mix. So burnt umber. And indigo. Oh, need a little more burnt umber in that, I think. Yes, May, you do. Excuse me. Apologize for that. Very polite. Sometimes it just happens though. So I'm just doing the side here. Darken it up so that it continues. This side would be in shade. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna go back in. With a smaller brush. Because this needs a little more definition over here. All right, let's get some color going here. I think I need to, actually, I think I need to do my wash of blue first before I worry about that, because it might actually be okay. All right, so I have a little bit of my burnt umber indigo wash left here. But now I'm going to add, I'm going to make it watery, but I'm going to add more indigo to do a shadow, and then the shadow down. No, I can't do the shadow down here yet because I have to do my more layers down below first. Okay, so and I need to test and see if I have enough brown in this. I think I need a little more brown, burnt umber in it. I want it to be mostly indigo, but it does need to be the brown side. So let's see if that works. There we go. Okay. All right, so that's what I want. Now I'll need my bigger brush back again. And I think I need to wet. That looks good, like that. All right, so I need to wash first. Need to wet it. Huh, wow, that lifts. It doesn't lift like that off paper. It does not lift this easily off paper when it's wet. That's interesting. Huh. I'll have to make that work, won't I? Wow. Not letting it dry enough, I guess, in between layers. Takes longer to dry. That's all right. I'll make it work. Adding to the texture, right? No. Don't like that at all. Just gonna leave that. That's enough. All right, I'm just gonna hit this with the heat gun. Thanks, May. It's all about the layers in watercolor. Because of the transparency in acrylics, you can make it come to life in a couple of layers, but not in watercolor. I'm just going to heat set these two just in case. Hey, Sophia. Yeah, I wanted to finish this up, and I missed so many streams when I was sick. I just thought, I'll just make it up. Nice to see ya. Happy Ramadan, Sophia. I'm not sure if that's a greeting that you use, but I hope your month is going well. Oh, shoot. Well, although it's been a bit tumultuous over there, but those are the silly people. All right, let's move on. Okay. So these ripples in this rock created, of course, as the water and the tide levels come in and out. And this is Hopewell Rocks here in New Brunswick, 40 minutes away from me. And this is all forged out by the high tides. Ooh, wait a minute. Sophia. Wonderful. Yay. Her son got some dinosaur books and she got some Timmy dies. Woohoo. Excellent. All right, that's looking good. All right. I need another wash. Wash. So a little more water on my palette. Take in a little burnt umber first. And then a lot of oh, that might be a bit too dark again. Gosh darn it. Hold on. Where did my test strip go? Yeah, a little more. Need more burnt umber. Forgot my own rule. I added it too much right into the middle. There, that should do the trick. They don't have to be exactly the same anyway, right? Because they're different rocks, so the shade's going to be slightly different in each one. So So if you're just coming in, on Wednesday I put on the air dry clay and using gel medium. And whoops. Let it dry. Then I did 2 layers of the Daniel Smith watercolor ground. Thanks, Sophia. I know, see? Karma. It's called karma. This rock is mostly in the shade of this rock. And had I just gone for this color in the first place with watercolor, that's not what you would see. So, because even though you think you're not seeing those under layers, even this indigo is transparent. right. Now let's see what I can do about making these rocks look a little more individual here. Oh, don't like that at all. Nope, don't like that. Taking that out. I like that. Okay. Now this one. Buddy, for those of you not seeing our chat, CB goes, I have orange fingers. Guess what I've been eating? Bunny goes, carrots. CB goes, I wish. Bunny goes, or paint. Oh, of course, Cheetos, cheesies. Uh-huh. The best way to get orange fingers, eating Cheetos. Definitely. So on the side, I'm just going to add some texture to make it look like the rocks are just continuing over the edge here. All right. Excuse me, please. Oh, I have to do my little rocks down here. Almost forgot. Finish those off. Hold on. So I went to my smaller brush. Of course, Judy, you always bite the ears off the bunny first. Yeah, I much prefer working with the watercolors than the acrylics. Yep. Definitely, definitely. Okay. Now. All right. Let's see. I'll do the final detail underneath. So now I need to work on the round part. And I need to add, this is too much of a mix here, so let's clean up this palette area here. Okay, I gotta figure out a way. Gotta figure out a better way to have those. I think I'm gonna have to use glossy accents instead of just double-sided tape, because the double-sided tape comes up, of course, when it gets wet. So that still needs a, should I do that first? Should I do that final glaze first? No, I think I'll do the ground first here. Okay. Alrighty-o. So now I need to mix up some raw umber. Raw umber. I'm going to add a little burnt umber into it. Just to orange it up a little bit. But then I'm going to, oh, see now it's bleeping when someone uses my name in chat. The old version didn't do that. So I guess that's one good thing that's come out of me having to totally reinstall Colloquy. So now if you guys say my name in chat, it gives me a sound so that I know to look. Thanks, Bunny. Thanks, Jillian. No, that's funny because it just... Now, remember I said I need to find a way to get this. Okay, so first of all, I need to do something here. I need my little scrubber brush. And I need some clean water, and I need a clean paper towel. Because I've got some raw umber here on my sky. I gotta pick it up. So just wet my brush, going in. Luckily, it's right where there's a cloud, so it's taken out a little blue too, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Whew. See, you can fix watercolor, folks. Don't let anyone tell you you can't fix watercolor, because you can. All right, I need a new paper towel. Oh, no, I can turn it over. Still not too much pigment on this side. Okay. My dirty water dish is so dirty now that I need to wipe it on the bait before I go into my dry. All right, so now, oh yeah, I was saying, remember I said I had to figure out how to get a little bit of the violet, a cobalt violet light into somewhere else in the picture. So this is where I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a little bit of that cobalt violet light, which will neutral down this, because this is a yellowish, it's a neutral yellow, but this cobalt violet light will kind of neutral down this a little bit. Gotta... Alright. Sometimes when I spritz, my eye is offline and I actually spritz the wrong tray. So even though it's not going to look like violet, the eye will see that there is some of that cobalt violet in this mix, so that cobalt violet won't look so out of place. All right, so it neutraled that down nicely. All right. This is just the second layer on the sand. Well, it's not sand. Well, it's kind of mud. It's not really sand, it's mud. Thanks, May. Sorry, I know I'm off camera. I'm just doing my edges here. It's kind of, all right, a big area. So there's one layer. It's going to take a few layers. I have to glue it down a little bit more with a little bit of indigo in this. So I'll dry this layer. Thanks, Mickey. Still have to have the trees. . 'Cause 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 'c Right, so I'm going to take this same wash here, and I am going to go into the indigo, but for this layer, I only want a little wee bit of indigo. I'm going to stick it up here, and that might be too much, but I won't mix it all in. I have to add a little bit more raw umber in there. Oh, what happened to my... Oh, there we go. There we go. I think that's good. All right, and I want to wet this area again. So I'm glad I kind of have this second set of watercolor brushes that I was using before I got my good set, because I'll have to use them for projects like this, because I am not going to use my good watercolor brushes on this air dry clay. They will get destroyed. So I need to get a dioxazine purple, but I think that's one of the ones that Paula is going to send me. So that's exciting. All right, that's looking good. I like that. Okay, that's a good color. Now I'm going to take, while that's still wet, I'm going to go into some burnt umber and just go in and add some texture. That's too dark. Darn it. Fix it. Always fix it. Just trying to make it look like, no, I'm not going to do splatters. I'm doing splatters, just controlled splatters, okay? Right? It's hard to do wet and wet with this because it doesn't stay wet very long. All right, so now next step is to do my cast shadow. Which dyes, Sophia, which Timmy dyes did you get? Thanks, Sophia. Yeah, I probably could. Actually, it is a little darker in real life than it looks on screen, Sophia, but I am going to go back, I think, with just some burnt umber in here. It is darker in real life than it's showing for you guys. Oh, oh no. Okay, no, good. Phew. I thought I just hit the camera lens with my paintbrush. Oh, the wildflower set? Oh, yes, yes. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. Need to figure out what else I need to do with this though first. Okay, so I'm going to continue with this. So I need a little wee bit of burnt umber, but mostly indigo. For this cast shadow. All right, here we go, cast shadow time. All right, I'm gonna have to do another layer of that with a little more blue. It's a little greenish looking there. Because of the indigo and the brown. So I gotta add a little more indigo. So I'm gonna have to dry that. And I do need to add a little bit. I'm going to use my smaller brush here. Need to add a little bit of that shadow before I add more indigo there. Here. Whoops, too much water. All right. All right, heat gun again. All right, need to clean out this because I want just indigo this time in the mix. Okay, so now I want some just indigo, so let's get some water going in here. Let's do my mix. I want it nice and watery because I want it transparent, and indigo can be very, very... Let's do a color check here. That's good. That's good. That's going to just add another layer of shading, I think. If I have to, I can add a little more, but it's hard to take away if you start with it too dark. That's not too bad, I guess. Still a little greener than I like, but that's all right. Oh, see, I'm picking it up. You gotta stop working it, Jean. Can't work it even as much as, gonna have to put that back in on the... Ugh. Stop it, Jean, stop. Hold on. Working it too much. So you can't even work it as much as on watercolor paper. Okay. Alrighty. I may have to add some stamping down there. We'll see. On the ground. Oh, I know what I can use. Oh, I've got a perfect idea. Should I do it first or should I do it after I glaze? I'll think about it. You know what? I'm going to take a little bit of my blue. Oh, that's better, I think. I'm trying to get rid of some of that green. I'm going to take some of my blue mix from my sky. See if I can get a better shadow color. I don't like how that's looking so green. I don't know if that's better or worse, but anyway, it is what it is. It is different than working on watercolor paper, so it's kind of it is a learning curve for sure. Okay, so I've still got a light spot there that I don't like. I have to wait. Go by with my damp brush, get some of this. I don't really want a bloom line there. Okay. Now, next step. All right, while that's drying, I am going to go in with some burnt umber. Need it a little darker, so I don't want to add the indigo, so maybe a little cobalt. That's what I need to add to it. A little cobalt, because I use that in my sky, so if I add a little cobalt in there, that might give me a nicer dark. Oh, there we go. That's looking better. All right, so I need more of that. I need my bigger brush, I think. So, burnt umber. And more water. See if I need any more cobalt. Yep. There we go. All right. So that gives me my nice brown that I want. Okay. All right. I don't like to go into my other colors with a dirty brush if I can help it. So if I remember, I always like to clear off. Oh, wow, Jillian, cool. Welcome. Welcome back, Dot. All right. So I see a couple people are back from Barb's show. She was introducing her new class on mandalas. All right, I'm gonna stop. And I don't think I'm gonna add any more to those. All right, so what I do need to do though is I think I'm reaching my limit of layers on this canvas here. I'm going to heat set this and I'm going to try and fix it a little bit with some before I do my final. Okay, heat gun. Yeah, Canada has the Snowbirds. Snowbirds is our Air Force show team. Of course, they're doing the color, what do you call it, the Queen's birthday today, eh? Dorothy, I saw that on Twitter. Changing of the showing of the colors, or whatever it's officially called. I may have to put some more watercolor ground down here and fix this. We'll see if this layer doesn't work. Good. There we go. Good, good, good. That worked. That worked. I'm not going to go back. Don't touch, Jean. Don't fix what's not broke. All right. That looks better. Whew. All right, let's use that same color down here on these shadows. Now I just need to add my really good detail on the underside of the rocks and such to define the bottom of the rock. I'm going to get out my liner brush or detail, my thin brush for that. That shadow got a little bit too big there, so I'm going to try and move it out a little bit. thing here. This one got a little bit too big, but that's okay. There we go. And this one as well. Teeny tiny rock would not cast that much of a shadow, Jean. That's okay. Work it in. Work it, baby, work it. There we go. All right. So now, and then I have one more glaze to go over there. And over this part. All right, heat gun. Phew, that's a relief. And I got that shadow looking like I want it, that cast shadow. Oh no, Jillian. Trooping of the color. Yes, I knew I had the wrong number. Wrong name there. They had a picture on CTV on Twitter, and oh my gosh, Charlotte and little George are just the most adorable little kids. Oh, they're so gorgeous. Just the cutest little things. Gosh. Oh, excuse me. All right. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay. So I think I'll do the light wash first, and then I'll go back and do my dark details. So I need an area to mix my yellow wash. So I think I better go over this with a clean baby wipe before I start trying to add yellow down on there. Just to make sure that this is all stain and not color. Don't want to infect my yellow with ugly colors. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so, all right, so I need a nice clean wash of my permanent yellow deep. Looks like it's a little dirty from something, but I don't think it is. Ooh, I need some, because I want a nice light wash. This is just going to, it's just going to warm up this whole thing a little bit. Oh, darn, there is some stuff. Oh, all right. See, there's some color got underneath those pans. I've got to go along those pans with, hold on, got to clean that all up. I'm going to have to go along those pans with some glue, with my glue gun, I think. To seal them there at the bottom. Okay, I'll just have to stay down here. Make sure I don't get too close to the pans. do a color test here. This is just strips that I cut off my watercolor paper when I was making my a little more water, and then that'll be good. 2 more spritzes. Shoot, Jean, you're an idiot. Sorry, Barb. Don't watch me, Barb. I didn't say that. Okay, I'm gonna get a little more just so that I have enough. Make sure I have enough. All right. Now, just a nice light wash here. This will warm up this and unify it all. Yeah, definitely overdid my layers because the dark is coming up, so that's all right. I just need to go from light to dark and not go over top of the... So I'm going to do all the light first. Then I'm going to go over the dark. Just warming it up a little bit. No, that's not, I don't like that at all. Hold on. Going back. Picking that up. I'm going to have to go back over that. I'm just going to do the light because I really don't like what that's doing to my dark at all. It's all right. Not a problem. I've gotten to the end of my layers that this ground is going to accept. So oh, it's not looking as bad as it is on screen at all, you guys. Dang it. I'm not liking it. I guess I should have just used the... Hold on. I'm going to go back. And I'm going to try the raw umber. But I'm going to add just a little bit of the permanent. Let's see if I like that better. It looks better in real life than it does on the screen, you guys. It looks horrible on the screen. Yeesh. I should have just went with it. Yeah, that's better. That's all right. I'll fix it. Why don't I just know to leave well enough alone? Just needed to use raw umber, Jean. Raw umber. So that's what your first layer was. It's all right. I got it. I got it. All right. I'll go back. I'm going to dry this. I need to add some raw umber to fix it. Okay, Sophia. Thanks so much. Enjoy your evening. All right, let's see if I can get one more layer out of this sucker on those rocks. Let's tone down that bright a little bit. Just raw umber here, kiddos. Just raw umber. What are you doing, Presto? Oh, no, it wasn't Presto. It was my heat gun. All right, bye, May. Thanks for dropping in. I will tweet the final result if I don't totally mess it up. I should have did a better test or something. But it's all a learning process. Now that looks better. Whew. Got a little bright there for a moment with that permanent. Oh, I still have to do trees, don't I? Oh my gosh. All right, I've got a half hour to do trees here. Of my 3 hours, that is. All right, that's it. Stopping with the rocks. They're done. So now I just need to add my dark along the base here. And that is going to be pure indigo. With my thin brush here. Uh-oh, heat gun. Paula is off, so she's going to stream as far as I know. Well, she's not in the chat anymore, but I think she is. Thanks, Kimberly. Oh, I've got to fix that. I've got some yellow coming up there. Just turn my sky green. I need to see if I can lift that or not without making a mess. Oh, right here? Yeah. Okay. I think I need to do that with this brush maybe. Let's see what happens. Little cerulean blue. So let's see if I put it down and then use some clear water. Don't know if I'm making it worse or better. Just trying to make it look a little bit more like some clouds. Because that's what messed it up, was taking out some clouds. We're trying to take out clouds. I hope I didn't make it worse. All right, now I gotta try and fix over here. So I'm gonna turn it upside down. See if I can pull up. I need clean paper towel. And clean water. It was really good until I did that layer of yellow in it. It was a little watery and ran down on me. Turn my sky green, so I'm gonna have to fix that too. So I'm going to try and take up a little bit extra and see if I can go in then with some. So let's try that. All right. Don't want to use too much water because then it'll mess up the area that's around it, but you have to have enough water that it doesn't go on too thick. So it's kind of like it's a puzzle with watercolor to get the right amount of water. That just looked like some little clouds there because that's what it wants to be anyway, so that's what I'll make it. There. I think that looks okay. So I fixed that problem. Now I need to add some trees. So oh, before I do that, I was getting ready to work on my grounding my rocks. So I want to do that before I forget. I want it to be fairly thick here. It's amazing how much difference just a little thin line of dark can make on your work. Oops, I got a bead of water on my ferrule. I want to be careful of that. Well, we've got a small crowd today, but that's okay. I am working away. It's Saturday. People are probably out getting ready for Father's Day. All right. And, oh, I hear Presto coming. Just heard her jump off the bed. Coming in, Presto. She might be just going to get some water. I want to get enough dark down in there because it looks like there's space there and there isn't. There we go. Oh, that looks better. Oh, Judy, did you go to sleep? Dot's telling you to wake up. Dot's yelling at you, Judy. Gotta look at the rocks here. Gotta look at my picture. I'm gonna fold it in half so it's not so cumbersome. Detail time. This is fun. I like adding details. Okay. And I got a little dark area here. Sorry. I was probably, I apologize. It's like right in front of the camera. Ah! Can't reach the keyboard. She's busy, Dot. She's busy. I believe we're going to Paula's tonight. She's off today. Thanks, Bonnie. Welcome, welcome. Glad you could come on over. All right, you know what? I'm going to stop the recording and start a new one because I still have to finish my details and the trees. So I may as well do a recording for finishing details and the trees. So don't go away if you're watching live. And on YouTube, I'm going to be starting part 3. So hold on a moment, please. Thanks for watching.